we will learn classification of electrical heating in the subject utilization of electrical energy. Let's move to the content of this topic. In this topic, we will learn classification. Hello student, this is Ashish Vegadwa from Electrical Department of Electrical Heating. Then we will learn classification of heating method, electrical heating, direct resistance heating and indirect resistance heating. Let's see classification of electrical heating. So generally it is classified in two manners, that is a power frequency heating and higher frequency heating. Here the power frequency means 50 Hz frequency and higher frequency means greater than 50 Hz frequency. So here the resistance heating is a type of power frequency heating. Same time resistance heating having two types, that is direct resistance heating as well as indirect resistance heating. Same time higher frequency heating having type, that is induction heating, and it having first type, that is direct core type induction heating and coreless type induction heating. In the direct core type heating require induction furnace which having core, and the second coreless type heating it not require core. Same time power frequency having that is type, that is arc heating, which operated on the arc and it will generate heat. The high frequency heating also having type, that is dielectric heating. Arc heating having two types, that is direct arc heating, indirect arc heating, that we will learn later on in brief. Let's classify the heating method. The first one is lower temperature heating. It is up to plus or minus 400 degrees Celsius. Second one is medium temperature heating. It is varies from 400 degrees Celsius to the 1150 degrees Celsius. And the last one is high temperature heating. It is greater than the 1150 degrees Celsius. So based on the temperature, we can classify the heating method. Let's see resistance heating. Generally this heating is also produced in electrical hot water heater. This method is based upon the I square R losses. It also having two types, that is direct heating as well as indirect heating. When electrical current it directly passed through the body which you have to heat, it's called the direct heating. Whereas in indirect heating, electrical current is passed through the highly resistive material which we have placed in the oven. Direct heating having higher efficiency. An example of direct heating, electrode boiler for heating water and the resistance welding. Here the indirect heating mode of the transfer of heat, that is convection or radiation. Whereas in the direct heating, it will transfer through the conduction. Example of indirect heating, that is room heater, domestic as well as commercial cooking and heat treatment of metals. Let's see various classification of electrical heating. It also having three types, power frequency heating, high frequency heating and microwave heating. And power frequency having two types, resistance heating as well as arc heating. And resistance heating having two types, that is direct as well as indirect. Same time arc heating having two types, that is direct as well as indirect arc heating. And higher frequency heating having three types, that is induction heating, dielectric heating, infrared or radiative heating. Same time induction heating having two types, that is direct induction heating as well as indirect heating. The last one is microwave heating, which will operate on the frequency range 0.3 GHz to the 300 GHz. Let's see resistance heating. So generally this method is based upon the I square R losses. When the current will pass through the resistor, then the heat will produce because of I square R losses, and the generation of heat is done by electrical resistor which will carry the current. Here if the value of current will increase, more heat will generate. In this heating, resistor require this kind of property like higher resistivity. It should be able to withstand higher temperature without deterioration, such that the life of the element will increase. Third one is it having lower temperature coefficient of resistance. If the temperature coefficient of the resistance will higher, then it is very difficult to control the heat which will produced by the resistance. As well as the same time, resistance of the heating element will increase drastically with respect to increase in the temperature, and it should having positive temperature coefficient of resistance. It means if the temperature will increase, then the resistance of the heating element should increase. Otherwise, suppose if we select the material which have negative temperature coefficient, then if the temperature will increase, resistance of the heating material will reduce. And the fifth one is it should be free from the oxidation at higher temperature. Let's say direct resistance heating. So the direct resistance heating is type of resistance heating in which the electrical current is directly passing through the electrically and conducting, which will hit the object directly, and object will come in contact to the heating element indirect, and it will operate on the Joule's law, and it will utilize the heat to generate the heat. This is a diagram of direct resistance heating. It having one chamber, it having one charges which we have to heat, it having two electrodes, and we have to supply. Same time this electrode is come in contact with the metal which we have to heat. If we supply the current through this electrode, then I square R losses will occur in this electrode as well as heating material which we have to heat. Electrode as well as this material having different temperature coefficient. Next is indirect resistance heating. In this method, current is passed through the highly resistance element which is either placed above or below depending upon the nature of the job to be performed, and the heat will proportional to the I square R losses which will produce the heating element which delivered the charge either by radiation or convection. So this is a diagram of indirect resistance heating. Same time it having one chamber having one cylinder in which we have placed the heating element, and around it we have to fill up the metal which we have to heat. If we supply this heating element, then I square R losses will occur in this element. Same time due to convection as well as due to radiation, it will transfer to this charge and it will melt the charge. Let's see question for assignment. The first one is explain classification of resistance heating. Second is explain direct as well as indirect resistance heating. Thank you.
If you like this video, please subscribe and like our YouTube channel LJB Electrical, and don't forget to click on the bell icon to get latest video update fast.